So I'm going to do a longer video on exponents because this is the one topic that everyone seems to always struggle with, and you can't use really a calculator on it. You just have to know it. So one of the things that we've been talking about in class is P-man. P-man helps us do our exponents. So if I give you something like this, x squared y to this, we'll square that one, cubed, times, and let's do x to the fourth cubed. And you're like, okay, which way do I go on this? I can't ever remember what to do with everything. What P-man says, this stands for parentheses, multiply, add, and nothing. It says if we have parentheses, so if we have something like x squared and we cube it, so there are parentheses out here, a power to a power, P-man says you multiply the exponents. So I'm going to multiply. So that means I'm going to take 2 and multiply it by 3. So this is going to become x to the 6th. And then I'm going to have 2 times 3, and this is going to become y to the 6th times, a power to a power is 4 times 3 will give me 12. So now I've gotten rid of those parentheses, and now I'm to the multiplication part. I'm multiplying bases. P-man says if you are multiplying your bases, you add. So this is like if I have x squared times x to the third, I'm going to add that and get x to the 5th. So bases here are 6 and 12, or my bases are x, my exponents are 6 and 12. I'm going to add those and get 18. There's nothing to go with the y. There's no other y over here, so it's just going to stay exactly the same. Okay, so that's kind of a basic one with using the P-man analogy. So now let me do this. Let me leave all that over there. What if I give one that where I have some numbers in here? 3x, and let's throw some negatives in here. And why not, while we're at it, put some division in here as well. So we're still going to follow these same rules that P-man has to offer. We've got parentheses and outside exponents. P-man says a power to a power, we have to multiply. So here's where you have to be a little bit careful. I'll move that up. This is 3 to the 2nd power. It's not 3 times 2. Remember, every number has an exponent. If it's not there, it's a 1. So this is 1 times 2. So this is going to become 3 to the 2nd power because 1 times 2 is 2. Then I'm going to do negative 2 times 2. That's going to be x to the negative 4 power. Even though it's negative, you still just multiply. P-man says multiply. And then we're going to have y, 8 times 2 will be 16. On the bottom, I still have 2x to the 5th. All right, so 3 squared, that's 3 times 3, that's 9, over x to the negative 4. Do you remember negative exponents are your bratty little brother or sister running around going, look at me, I'm in the wrong spot. He needs to move to the bottom, so I'm going to move him to the bottom, and he becomes positive. Y to the 16, I'm going to leave. It's fine. 2 is fine. I'm going to leave it down here. X to the 5th is fine as well. It's positive, so I'm going to leave it there. So I just need to simplify. On the top, I can't do anything. 9 and y to the 16, they're not doing anything. Down here, 2 can't go into 9, so it's staying. But when I am multiplying x to the 4th times x to the 5th, when I multiply, P-man says that I add the exponents, so that's x to the 9th. All right, one other thing, just going back over some exponents, and again, just trying to keep it short and sweet, but still give you guys a little bit of a review. If I have negative 10 x to the 30, y to the 20, and I raise it all to the 0 power, with exponents, anything to the 0 power is 1. So everything inside there becomes 1. If I have x to the 0, that equals 1. If I have 20 to the 0 power, that equals 1. When you have parentheses around everything in here, it's like it's gone, and it just becomes 1. And that's kind of a short recap for 5 minutes of exponents. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do one more. I should have done this too. If I have 144 x to the 8th raised to the 1/2 power, P-Man says power to power, you multiply. 144 is to the first power, so it's 144 to the 1/2 power. 8 times 1/2 is half of 8 is 4. This, you can put it in your calculator. 144 housetop 1/2, and it's going to tell you 12x to the 4th. Even if you have fractions, you still follow P-Man, follow those same rules. All right, guys, thanks for watching.